Federal and state officials have a better understanding tonight about how the ongoing crisis at the border is impacting our communities. Those lawmakers met with area law enforcement in Lubbock today for those discussions.
KCBD News Channel 11 Sydney Lowther was there. She joins us now with a look at their top concerns. Sydney.
Christy and Abner, among those meeting with law enforcement today was Congressman Jody Arrington. He claims nothing is being done at the federal level to secure our border. And as a result, the pressure is falling on our state authorities and local law enforcement.
We're being asked to do a whole lot more than what they signed up for.
Tension between the federal government and Texas lingers after the passage of State Senate Bill 4, a law led by Senator Perry focused on securing the Texas border by making it a state crime for anyone attempting to cross illegally.
North of $12 billion. It's climbing every day. That's money that we have written as a state to defend the border.
The DOJ is among those filing suit over questions of constitutionality. Now, the law's future is in the hands of a federal judge. State and federal officials are testing the limits of who and how the state border can be secured.
That what's happening is happening because this administration is failing to do its job, which is why these guys have to pick up where those guys left off.
Congressman Jody Arrington, Texas House Representative Dustin Burrows, and State Senator Charles Perry held a discussion Wednesday for local law enforcement leaders to share their concerns stemming from contention at the border.
Our communities are getting overrun. We've got our Border Patrol and Immigration and Customs folks tied up dealing with family units pouring over the border. What they're not doing is interdicting the narcotics that are getting into our communities.
Lubbock County Sheriff Kelly Rowe says 7 out of 10 pills tested in Lubbock contain a lethal dose of fentanyl. And he says they're brought in through cartels, in part leading to rising crime rates.
Violent crime in all of these areas are at a peak. Historic peak.
Seminole Police Chief Bernie Kraft shared an example of that crime.
One of my young officers did a traffic stop and got shot off a criminal alien that had been deported the year before.
As State Senate Bill 4 sits in limbo in the courts, Arrington introduced House Resolution 50, recognizing Article 1, Section 10 of the U.S. Constitution. His resolution declares that every state has the sovereign right to exclude any person who does not have the right to be there.
We don't need to pass a new law. We need to affirm the state's sovereign right of self-defense when this circumstance presents itself.
House Resolution 50 has yet to leave the House for Senate consideration. Christy and Abner.
Thank you, Sydney.